wouldn't lie to you. Doesn't matter what I do, she's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms.
Stumbling out of bed, and I still got you in my head. From all those pretty words you said, it's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am, it's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you.
Alrighty, so as you can see, we have a lot going on in here. We've cleaned this out once already. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. But we need to get all this taken care of, get this stuff out of here. This is some furniture that we're no longer using, so I need to sell it. We need to get the fridge out of here. Like I said, boxes need to go, donation needs to go, everything just needs to go, cleaned up, put away where it belongs, and get it taken care of. Another thing, we need to figure out a shoe situation. I also need to clean up the dishwasher. Oh my gosh. The washing machine, it needs cleaned out. I need this, it just all needs cleaned. It is driving me crazy, and so we just need to get it all cleaned out. I think for today I'm going to start here and probably load up like some of the donation items and kind of go from there. It is really hot outside, so it's really hot in here, and we'll just see how long everything takes me and how long I decide to spend today. We might have to come back tomorrow and just get it all done, but it definitely needs to be done. So I hope this is helpful or motivational for you to tackle your own spaces. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start with this, because I think right now, like, I feel like a lot of this is going to be pretty easy, but this I think is probably causing me the most like anxiety ever, like at all. So let's go ahead and start here, and we'll just kind of, maybe we'll just work our way around like this. Most of this stuff, like the tools and all that, I'm not touching. That is my husband's, that is his situation, so I'm not going to touch all that. But like any trash that I know that's over there, like that box for my printer will go, and stuff like that. So yeah, so we'll start here and we'll just work our way around. Let's get started.
And I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah. I'll follow you, yeah. Could you come a little closer now? 'Cause I don't wanna slow this down. My heart is screaming out your name. I'm wasted on you. Here we are, right underneath the stars. So let's get a little reckless. You make me breathless.
So I'm sure many of you are like, what is with all the boxes, right? I know. No, I didn't just get Amazon packages and Walmart packages and just throw them out here like it's trash. I am actually going to be using them. I plan on making some raised garden beds here coming soon, and so I am saving all my boxes for those raised beds so I can put them down like as a liner instead of using that felt fabric liner that you can use to help prevent weeds. This is more of a natural way, and then it will also kind of break down and turn into like a compost type situation under the
under the soil. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen or not, but with gardening, like there's like a layering technique in raised beds. And if you start off with cardboard, and then you kind of just like layer on sticks and leaves and compost and all that, and then you put your topsoil on. That's how it all kind of works. And this will help kind of act as like a weed barrier in the bottom of the bed. So that's what the boxes are for. No, I'm not just hoarding boxes. No, I'm not just too lazy to take them outside to the trash or the recycle. That is what they're for. They were stacked much nicer. However, my husband went to change my daughter's oil the other day, and he pulled out the biggest box that I had like stacked under there so he could lay on that instead of directly on the ground, because if you don't know, we live in Florida and the ground is hot right now. So he just pulled it out, and then it kind of just scattered the boxes everywhere. So that was kind of what did it in for me though, and kind of gave me the kick in the butt that I needed to get this garage tackled and cleaned out, because it had really just got away from us.
The dam is breaking in.
So I'm also not only throwing away like the trash or breaking down the boxes and stuff like that. You'll see all these like coffee flavors syrups here. These are the skinny syrups that like everybody went cuckoo crazy over for. I know a lot of people that still use them, and so we don't use them anymore. And so I am actually going to be giving these. My husband will take them to work and give them to fellow, oh my gosh, I just forgot the word. Basically people he works with to see if any of them want them or will use them or anything like that. So that way they're not going to waste. I am just kind of moving them out of the way. You'll see me do that a lot. You'll see me move stuff from one section to another section, and eventually I will get back to that. But I kind of just was moving along, going area to area and just wanting to clean that section first and then finding homes for everything as I kind of went along.
We're making the rules we keep breaking, and the moment we're off it, we try so hard to stop it. I hope we make it, 'cause we can't change it anyway. For soon it's all over.
Alrighty guys, we had a few things come up, family things that just made it impossible to get this done, but I am back and we're gonna finish up. I know you guys just saw this, so it's kind of like hard to explain because it's been a little bit, but I got the boxes all cleared up that I wanted to get cleared up in this little section. I need to go through these items. We're going to be selling the TV stand and the our old coffee table. So and then we're also going to be selling this fridge in the background. So I want to go ahead and get all these items cleared out. I'll probably just push them out in the driveway for now just to get them out of the way. The fridge will probably just stay there because it's big and I'm not going to even try. Besides the fact I've seen lizards go back behind there, and I'm not trying to move the fridge out and like all these lizards come out of everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned out. I think there's just a little bit of things in there, and then and we have all the Nintendo stuff in there, so that needs to be cleaned out. I know there's blankets in here that need to be cleaned out. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these yet. This is like a table and then a little shelf. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep those, so we'll just go ahead and put them in the shed for now. I need to take the little space heater and these totes to the shed, including this decor here. And then I'm going to load up the donations. I'm going to take the Blackstone to the lanai and just kind of get everything else cleaned up. I am going to go ahead and get this all taken care of. We can put the rug back because we have the rugs over here. And yeah, so I can move all the Blackstone stuff. I'm going to actually take those inside because I'm going to try to get the wax out of these jars. If anybody has any tips for that, let me know. I absolutely love Antique Candle Co.'s candles, and I love that they're in these jars, but I want to repurpose the jars for what? I'm not 100% sure yet, but I don't know how to get the wax out, so give me your best tips on how to get wax out of these glass jars. But anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna get this all cleaned up. Oh, I didn't realize my daughter brought the knife out. But anyway, these are all donate. This is my husband, so I'll just kind of push that. Everything of his is just going to be pushed over there, and I'm going to let him kind of deal with that. Don't mind my clothes. I do have a load in the dryer going, and then we still have to figure out what we're going to do with the shoes. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just gonna go get a couple totes that'll hopefully fit in the spaces here, and then put their shoes in totes and set them on the shelf. I was gonna do something like on the wall, but I kind of forgot that my husband had the calendar over here, and now we have the coat rack here that we hang like the beach bags and beach stuff on, and then I think my little corner, my cleaning corner, craft corner is fine. I'll still be able to pull down my treadmill once I get this out of the way. So we still have a lot to get done, so let's go ahead and just get started. Turned my car around to make it easier to load up all these donations. Again, another thing that has just been stacking up here in the garage. You'll notice the end tables that I put in there in my car. First, I actually wanted to refurbish those. I saw them. I know it's crazy. Okay, so the neighbor down the road, I don't know what happened to him, but basically his family came and moved everything out. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what happened to him, but they set these two end tables at the curb, and I really wanted to redo them, but then I decided that it was probably just going to be too much work, and I don't know. I don't like them in their current state, but I know somebody will find them in their current state and love them for what they are, and I feel like that was a much better situation than me spending the time to refurbish them or redo them and all that, because I actually have a different idea in mind for an end table that I want in our living room, and so I would much rather go that route than, you know, ruining these beautiful vintage pieces. I know, like I said, somebody will find them and absolutely love them just the way they are, or they'll refurbish them on their own. I don't know which, but they are beautiful pieces. They're good, solid wood pieces, and so I'm going to take those over to the donation center. We have a place that is like a thrift store. Well, it is a thrift store, but it takes all its profits. It's a nonprofit, and everything that it makes from what they earn from the items they sell, they donate that to the animal shelters and all that around here, saving, like, you know, the wildlife. Florida has a lot of native wildlife that there are, I cannot think of the word, but basically, you know, to help manatees, sea turtles, all those types of wildlife, and then also just, I think, like cats, dogs, you know, the stuff like that in the shelters. So I love donating to this place because they are such a good cause. You know, they're not just, you know, lining the pockets of their CEO. And then next up, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this holiday decor out of here. Yes, that is Easter stuff.
So if that tells you how long these boxes have been sitting here, one tote was for 4th of July or the Americana decor, which I do use for summer, but that'll be up in my house until August. And so I was like, I don't want this tote sitting in the garage anymore. We're gonna just take it back to the shed where it belongs, and then once the time comes for me to take all that decor down, I will bring it back into the garage to take everything down with. So I'm just trying to get everything put away. I also wanted to clear out these pieces that we're going to be selling. The fridge I think is already empty. There might be a couple like wine bottles or something in there. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I didn't really need to clean that out, but I knew that the coffee table had some like blankets in there. I use that. I like to change my blankets out with the holidays. Well, more so like Christmas. And so that's what you're seeing there was a bunch of Christmas blankets. And so I just went ahead and took them out, and I'm gonna I bought some vacuum seal bags the other day, and so I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum seal those and then put them in my closet for when the time comes with that. And then I also noticed that we had all the Nintendo stuff in here. That is my 64, my Nintendo 64 from when I was a little girl. I actually, so it's so funny because my mom gave me money for it. I don't know. She bought it, I guess, for me. When I first like moved out, so my siblings could pay or play with it, and then I bought it back from her. When I was older, she needed the money. She had gotten sick with cancer and all that, and so she needed the money, and so I just bought it back from her. And I love it. My kids love it, but you guys, the graphics on the screen are terrible. It is so funny, but it's still a lot of fun to play with, and I don't want to get rid of it. So I just went ahead and used the kids' beach bag. I'm gonna get a little like what is that called? Like a little tote for it. They have smaller ones at Lowe's, and so I'm gonna go pick up one of those, and I will just store it in there. And again, I will probably, I don't know if I'll put it in the shed or like our closet or somewhere in the house, somewhere, you know, but I didn't want to get rid of it.
That whatever way you want me, I'll learn it all and I'll adapt. Even if I changed up everything except my name, we will still be Friday, 'cause I am still the same. I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest, I don't think we got it. I tried to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I changed. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but something stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. I can change the way I am, the way I talk, the way I stand. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I'll still be the same. I can change the way I am, the way I talk, the way I stand. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I'll still be the same. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but some things stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but some things stayed the same.
Alrighty, so I think I'm pretty much done. We still have these. I'm gonna wait till the weekend to post those. That way my husband's home. If anybody wants to purchase them, he can help lift them into vehicles and stuff like that. So anyway, I think I just need to kind of sweep up. I do need to figure out the shoe thing, but I think what I'm gonna do for those, I'm pretty sure we have some milk crates like this, like extra ones. That's just one, but I'm pretty sure we have more, and I think that's what I'm going to use for the shoes. So they should fit in there pretty well. And then, actually, let me grab that real quick here and see if I can. We need to restock our water too with the hurricane season here now, which we we officially have a what is that called? A tropical storm on route, I guess. But anyway, I think, yes, they will fit perfectly on that shelf. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we have more of these. I just think they are in our shed, which means that's my husband's doing. So I think I'm gonna have to have him get them out. I hope we have some. I hope I don't need to go buy some. If I do, I'll probably look on Facebook Marketplace first. But the shoe situation is just a mess. So I think if we get some crates, put the shoes in there, and then once we're able to get rid of the fridge, what I'll probably eventually do, not in this video, but if I ever do it, I will share that with you guys. My cleaning supplies, I'll probably move over here, and then we'll move the shoe rack probably on that wall is what I will do. But for now, I think I'm gonna have to find some more crates. Hopefully my husband can find them when he gets home. I'm gonna pull that shoe rack out, and then I'm gonna probably just put it like right here. Get all the shoes in the crates. I do want to, though, while I'm waiting for that, I'll pick up the shoes off the floor, and then as you can see, sand. There is like nasty, it's sand and cobwebs, as you can see there, and just a lot of leaves and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead, get those shoes picked up and put them on the shelf at the very least, and then I'll go ahead and sweep everything out. Now, like I said, I won't be able to move that and the coffee table right at the moment. I'll just have to put them back in here after I sweep. But the most important thing right now is, because it is hurricane season, I need a clear space. Ooh, and I just heard thunder. I'm sure that means a storm is coming, but just a regular storm, just your Florida afternoon storm. It's okay. But that way, if a hurricane does come, the foosball table can be pushed back, the weight bench can be sat up, these can be pushed over there, and I can bring my car in. My car comes inside because it's the newest one we have, and so I don't know, that's just what we do. And so yeah, so that is the main thing right now that is important as far as getting this garage space cleaned out. But you guys, I can't even believe, like, look at how much, oh, I hope you guys can hear me with this wind. Look at how much we did. It looks so much better, even without getting rid of some of this other stuff. It looks a lot better. So anyway, let's go ahead, get the shoes picked up. We'll sweep out, and then hopefully before the end of this video, I can get the shoes put on that shoe rack.
I never understood a word they said. Kept running in the woods.
There's been so many ideas go through my head for this shoe rack. You guys, as a family of 6, we just have an abundance of shoes. And I can't even just blame it on the girls, because my husband and I, well, more my husband than anything, I actually got rid of a lot, like over half of my shoes when we moved down here to Florida, because I knew I just wasn't going to wear them. And I kept basically like my Van slides, and then I have a couple of pairs of tennis shoes that they're Brooks, so they were really expensive, but they're like amazing comfort. Just amazing. So if you're looking for comfortable shoes, tennis shoes to walk in or whatever, especially if you have like plantar fasciitis, I totally just butchered that, don't come for me. But they are absolutely amazing tennis shoes, and so I kept those. I kept my slip-on Vans, and then basically sandals. And you guys, you know what, I don't wear anything but my Birks or barefoot. I'm not even gonna lie. So I got rid of a lot of my shoes. All my shoes are inside. However, the kids, there's just so many shoes. And so I've been trying to come up with a way to store these, and I'm so glad that I thought of using the milk crates.
Alrighty, so my husband was able to find a few crates for me. We'll see how much I can fit in there. I'll probably leave like the boots out. I probably won't do his shelf either since he doesn't have like an overabundance of shoes. It's mainly just my older two girls. I think that is the problem. So let's go ahead and see what we can get in these crates, and hopefully it'll look better than it is.
Why don't you stay? Please stay, 'cause my heart really needs to mend. Somehow I guess I lost it all.
I'm so glad that we did end up having some milk crates on hand. My husband kind of had to dump out a few things to give these to me, but it's okay. He'll figure out a new spot, I guess. I don't know, but I was so happy that he ended up finding these. You guys, these are like almost $12 at Lowe's. I forget how much they were at Home Depot, but even Walmart, they were like $8. Just absolutely crazy. And the crazy thing is, when we moved down here, we used milk crates to move a lot of our stuff, like especially pantry items and stuff like that. They work really great for moving items like that, or even like bathroom items, because it's stuff that it's easy access, you know, to the items that you're going to quickly use when you move or after you move. And so they just worked really well, and they stack well, and they were lightweight for the kids to help carry. So if you're moving, definitely use some milk crates if you can find some. My dad just had a ton of them, and so I knew, honestly, if my husband, worst case, did not have any, I could just wait until my dad came back down to Florida on, you know, his snowbird situation and bring me some more. Worst case scenario.
And I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. He's got a one-way. Move a little closer without letting him see. My hands are shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip of myself. My body's giving up on me, 'cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips.
Alrighty, so I had enough. I think it looks actually pretty good. They have some boots, and then my youngest daughter's tennis shoes will fit right there. Actually, I can put her tennis shoes in her, they will fit in her basket because she doesn't have a ton of them. So these boots are like brand new, you guys. Look at the bottoms. Brand new, and none of my girls can fit them anymore. So sad. And they smell so good because they are real leather. I don't know. We're gonna probably have to sell those. Hopefully they'll sell down here in Florida. I don't know. There's farm country near us, so you never know. But anyway, there's Freddy's. I kind of stacked as much as I could, and then I just kind of, like, you can kind of see, I know they won't stay this way. That's okay. It's perfectly okay. I just thought it was easier that way. So anyway, Hayden obviously has tons of shoes. Mia is catching up to her. And then poor Kendall and Freddie just have a couple. So anyway, and then I don't know what to do with these. We'll probably sell these too, because honestly, and you know what? You might ask yourself why I would sell boots with the fur here in Florida, but people wear these here. It does get cold enough for them, so it'll be okay. But I think that looks so much better. It's so much more organized. Shoes are not just falling all over the place. Now the biggest task will be to make sure I see you back there. The biggest task would be to make sure that they actually put them in there instead of just throwing them all over the floor like they usually do. And of course, do your kids do that? Leave socks inside their shoes? My husband does it too. It drives me insane. But that's okay. Well, they are actually currently washing laundry, so it'll work out just fine. I'll just throw it in there with them. But I think it looks really good. Everything else turned out really good as well. I am very happy with how everything looks. I can officially fit my car in here. If need be, like I said, I can just move the foosball, lift up the seat, and push that back over there and it should all fit. So yeah, I am very happy with how everything turned out. Yeah, so anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope it gave you the inspiration to get done what you needed for your garages. So anyway, I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe, and we will see you in the next one. Can you say bye? Bye. Bye, guys.
I wanna run up through his hair, but don't stare. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hit him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, well, the morning came. You said it will. You said the bad will go away, but I'm feeling it still. I think I need to get out of this bed and go out for a walk to clear my head. I suppose that I'll be better off alone. We'll be just fine on my own. Used to call you home, but now I'm just a dressed unknown. Just throw away my favorite sweater, go on and burn my stupid letters.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you guys, all of my subscribers. You guys are simply the best. I just love you guys so much. You guys mean the world to me, and I can't thank you enough for just sticking around and sticking by me. I appreciate the little break you guys gave me last week, or allowed me to take, that is. There's just some things going on in the background, and your girl needed to take a moment. So I just appreciate you guys so much. You guys are seriously just so awesome. But anyway, if you guys have been around, you guys have been seeing, or I've been telling you about how my living room is just kind of feeling a little bit overwhelming. It's just too much. And I've been wanting to kind of change some things up. So in today's video, we are going to be working on that. But first, I wanted to go ahead and get all the 4th of July, the summer decor, all taken down and put away. So that way I can enjoy a semi-empty space for a little bit before fall comes. Now, I did put a poll up, in the community tab. If you guys haven't seen that yet, definitely go check it out and let me know. I want to know when you guys decorate for fall. When would you guys like to see me decorate for fall? When do you guys decorate for fall? I typically like to decorate for fall in September, and then come October, I can decorate for Halloween. And then typically I would decorate for Christmas in the beginning of November and keep Christmas up for 2 months. I'm not sure I'm going to do that this year. I am not working with, I just forgot their name. Oh my goodness, Tammy. The Christmas tree people that I've worked with for the past 2 years. I am not working with them this year, and so I'm kind of on my own timeline. And, you know, right now, I might wait until Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving to decorate for Christmas. I have not fully decided yet. I know with the way things have been going as far as decor goes, I have been feeling overwhelmed with all the decor, and so I just really want to simplify things. And so I might just give myself a little bit of grace and kind of, I don't know. It's still a few months away, so we'll see what happens. But right now, I did want to go ahead and just get all the summer decor down, and I am taking down some other things like these baskets. I absolutely love these baskets, guys. Do not get me wrong. The lady that I get these from, I got them on Etsy. I do follow her on Instagram and that, and she is so amazing. And she's actually got a bunch of new products coming out, so I am so excited for her and how her business is growing. But I just felt the need that I needed to take them down. They I don't know. I spent a lot of hard work and time on this wall, and I absolutely love the blank canvas it gives me. But sometimes you just need a change. You know what I mean? I love change. That's why I like to change out my decor for the seasons. But sometimes, you know, when there's just so much in an area, it just kind of overwhelms me. So I've decided that I'm just gonna go ahead, take everything down, and give myself a blank canvas to work with. So while I'm taking down the decor, I'm also doing a deep clean. The living room definitely needed it. Like I said, I literally took the entire week off last week. Not just from filming, but from everything other than like cooking and just random vacuuming here and there. I didn't dust. I didn't like mop or anything. I don't know. I just needed the break, and so I took it. But anyway, so I am definitely needing to clean as I'm going, and just getting things cleaned up. It's kind of hard to clean when you have so much decor out. That is why I don't typically have a lot of decor, because there's just so much to move and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it just really, the space just really needed a good cleaning. So I wanted to do that while I have all the decor down. That way, you know, it's just much easier, especially with fall coming, and just, you know, keeping up with that and making sure, you know, the house stays put together. I don't know, honestly, for my own mental health though, I just cannot handle a lot of clutter, a lot of mess and stuff like that. And so I think that's where I was having the issue with all the decor, is just, I was just feeling overwhelmed. And like in my living room space, our living room is very tiny, and we have kind of a bigger couch. And then I also have this chair that you can see there in the background. I don't want to get rid of the chair though, because at some point we will be getting rid of the couch. And so, yeah, I don't want to get rid of the chair. It was my mom's chair. It is a leather lazy boy, so it's a very nice, expensive chair. If you guys don't know, my mom passed it'll be almost 11 years ago. It'll be 11 years in December since she's been gone. So it's kind of sentimental to me as well. We did have it in Freddie's room, but he was kind of damaging it by like rocking it into the wall and stuff like that. So not only damaging the chair, but damaging the wall while he was at it. Not necessarily a fault to him. He really didn't know, but I wanted to go ahead and take it out of his room. And that way, because like I said, I want to get rid of this couch. I literally just, with everything in me, do not like this couch. But furniture is so expensive, and so we're just kind of rock with it and make it work for now. But yeah, so like I said, I was just feeling like the space was just very, very closed in, closed off. Some of you made some really great suggestions on pieces that I could take down or move around and stuff like that to kind of help clear out the space, which you guys will see. I do that in this video. So anyway, we are just gonna go ahead and just continue cleaning everything. I do like to take these cushions out very often. I do not know how they get so dirty underneath, but we're gonna go ahead, and we got all that vacuumed out, and now we're gonna move on to this wall. This mirror here that I just took down, I absolutely love this mirror. It's so funny. It actually came from So there was a hotel back in our hometown, and I literally grew up going to that hotel for birthday parties and all the things. And then after we had our first daughter, our first child, my husband ended up getting a second job and working at that hotel, and he was actually a supervisor at that hotel. I think he worked there for like 8 or 9 years, something crazy like that. And then he ended up being let go because they were making like some really big changes in his department, where he was in like the setup area for conventions, like in the convention center of this hotel. Well, anyway, long story short, the hotel is no longer there. They tore it all down, and before they did all that, they allowed the employees to take some of the old decor out of there. And so we ended up with this mirror. We actually had 2 of them that my mother-in-law ended up with, and unfortunately when she passed, I don't know where the mirror ended up. But we still kept the one, and I love the mirror. It's a good solid mirror, and it fits with my decor and stuff like that. So I don't want to get rid of it, but I did want to take it off of this wall. So when I moved all that stuff, though, the wall was super dirty, super dusty, and so I just wanted to give it a good mop. I love mopping walls. If you guys have not mopped your walls, definitely give it a try. Just, put a new mop head on there and give your walls a good mop. It makes it so much easier than sitting there trying to take a rag and just wipe the entire wall. It's so much easier to use the mop. But anyway, we're just going to continue moving along and grooving here. I do at some point want to change out the pillowcases. Money, you guys. It's a true thing right now. Everything is just so expensive, and the budget is just not there for replacing some things. So that's kind of why I'm moving things around and just kind of helping giving the area, I guess, a reset. I'm not getting rid of anything just in case I change my mind, but I am just taking it down for now, just to give my brain a blank canvas, a break. I hope you guys get where I'm going with this. It's just, yeah, it's just going away for a little while. So it's been a while since I've talked to you guys. I hope everyone is doing well, enjoying their summer. Things. It's been so hot here in Florida. I mean, technically the temperature has been like normal, I guess, like in the mid 90s, which really isn't that bad until you take account for the heat index, the heat index, the feel like temperature, y'all know what I mean, and the humidity. Actually, honestly, the humidity I feel like has not been that bad. It's only been, I think, in the 60 or 70%, which really isn't that bad. But the heat index, it has been over 100 degrees. We've had so many heat warnings. And if you know anything about heat and humidity, it just doesn't work well at all. The water, it's just, we haven't even been to the beach to enjoy it because it's just been so hot. The sand is almost too hot to even walk on. It's just been so crazy. And what's crazy is I feel like I am complaining about that. I literally moved to a state where I knew that it was going to be warm, but what do you do? I still love it here. Don't get me wrong. I know I get questions on that a lot too, if we ever would plan on moving away from Florida, or if we've ever planned on going back home to Nebraska. And honestly, you guys, growing up, I have just never ever wanted to stay in Nebraska. It's just never been a thing for me to want to stay there. I don't really like snow. I don't like the cold. As far as snow goes, the most that I like about it is, you know, at nighttime when it's snowing and it kind of sparkles in the street light, and then you wake up to that really pretty fresh blanket of snow. That is absolutely beautiful. But the thought of having to go out in that snow, once the first car drives through it, somebody walks through it, whatever, it's just not pretty anymore. And the cold, I just get cold like down to my bones, and it's so hard to get warmed back up. I know a lot of people are like, just put more layers on, you know, turn the heat up. It just doesn't work for your girl. Look at how gross that is. That is so gross, you guys. It's been a minute since I've done this rug, and I really needed to. The cat knocked my pop over the other day, and it went everywhere, and I was like, okay, the rug needs to be shampooed. We got to get it cleaned up. But anyway, I got sidetracked there. But yeah, so Nebraska has never been a permanent situation for me. I have never ever wanted to stay there. Even as a young kid, it's just not been something I've ever wanted to do. I absolutely love Florida. We love it here. My family thrives here. Other than insurance is an issue here. Car insurance, homeowners insurance. It's all a real issue here. And I knew the car insurance was going to be high, but I was not expecting the homeowners insurance to go up like it has been. I know a lot of people around me. I mean, our house is old, but it's a solid block home. It's been through many hurricanes, but because it's not up to the 2001 and newer standards, they just consider, I guess, harder to insure. I don't live in a flood zone or anything like that, but I know a lot of people around me are just not carrying insurance anymore, or you're just paying astronomical prices, and it's just really crazy. And honestly, that would probably be the only thing that would ever push me out of Florida. But realistically, where do you go? I don't know. We love it here. I guess maybe that's the price to pay for paradise for us. I really don't know, but you know, we've talked about it though. If we could live anywhere else, I would probably either go like Texas, Tennessee. I love both of those places so much. Like the Fort Worth area I just love the Fort Worth area. And then Tennessee, I absolutely love the mountains, and that in Tennessee. Could I live in those mountains? I don't know. I really don't know, but yeah, so those are the two places I guess that could potentially be a possibility. I also really love the Carolinas. They're beautiful. But could I live there? I don't know. I dreamt of living in Florida for so many years. It literally took us 7 years to get moved down here. So leaving, I just don't know would ever be a thing. I don't know. We love it here. So anyway, let me know if you guys have ever been to Florida, what areas of Florida you've visited. I would love to know. I don't know. There's just so many things I love about this state. I know it's not for everybody. The tourism is an issue here too, but we tend to stay away from the busier tourist areas, although we live near one, but it's okay. It'll work itself out. But anyway, I am just going to go ahead and get the cleaning finished up here. Also, if you're curious, in my bottle, it's just a mixture of pine sol and water. Living with Cambria I love her. If you guys don't know her, definitely go check her channel out. I love her family. She actually lives not too far away from me, in a different part of the county, basically. Not the same city, but the same county. But she's always suggested using pine sol. It helps deter the bugs, especially down here in Florida, since, you know, we don't get a hard freeze here. to kill off the bugs. But yeah, so anyway, that's all I'm using in my bottle to clean with. But I also am now moving on to getting the decor set. So this mirror that I told you guys about that I absolutely love, I am putting it over here on the brick, or the faux brick, if you will. Initially when we moved here, I actually did have this mirror on this side over these IKEA shoe cabinets. And I really just love it over here in this area. I am going to let it sit for a little while and see if I want to keep it there. But I think it looks really nice with the brick and the wood on the cabinets and the candles and stuff like that. So if I decide to keep it here, I will go ahead and take that light above it down. I just have the light, quite honestly, I bought the light to put over the cow pictures to kind of, you know, make it feel like art gallery type feel, but we don't ever use that light. It just never gets turned on. So I don't know, I may end up just donating it or whatever. It was a super cheap light off of Amazon. It works really nicely, but like I said, if I do decide not to put the cow pictures back up there or the longhorn pictures back up there, I will go ahead and take that down at some point. Also, this star, I love this. One of my friends had it in her house, I should say, and she was cleaning house the other day and she brought that to me, and I was so incredibly grateful. I love that star. I have been looking all over. I want the light fixture in my hallway to be a star like that. I don't know if you guys have seen them. We have a local Mexican restaurant that has star lights like that, and I just love them so much. I feel like it really just fits with my decor perfectly. But yeah, so another thing I'm doing, I did wash the blankets. You know, I know a lot of people get like nose blind to their house and stuff. One of the things to help with smells or scents in your home is making sure that your linens are fresh and washed, your blankets, your throw blankets, even like the pillowcases on your throw pillows and stuff like that. Just making sure that those things get washed regularly help take that nose blindness or any of those stinky smells out of your home. So another thing I like to do is burn a candle. Your girl loves her candles. This is actually one of the testers from Antique Candle Co. They're fall testers. I am testing them, and so this mahogany cedar candle just smelled absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for the rest of their release of their fall candles. They are my absolute favorite candle company ever. They are soy candles, natural candles. And so, yeah. But now that I have rambled this entire time, I do need your guys' help. I need you to let me know where I should put this longhorn canvases. I cannot decide. I feel like this wall needs something. And I really love my canvases. These are from the Fort Worth stockyards. I took this picture and then had it blown up on that canvas. But these are the Fort Worth stockyard longhorns. If you know, you know. And I love the picture. I love the canvas piece and that. I just don't know where to put it. So I need your guys' help. If I should put it here behind the couch, or if I should put it here on the grid wall. Y'all have to let me know what you think. I don't know. I'm torn on it because I really love this grid wall just blank by itself, but I actually kind of liked the canvas here as well. That way too, you know, when you're sitting on the couch, you can still see the longhorns. So I don't know. Y'all have to let me know what you guys think. But anyway, guys, I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to finish out this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the pictures. Let me know about the decor that I changed up. And yeah, I hope you guys will all subscribe to my channel. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Feel the summer's touching my face, remind
I call you up in the middle of the night. Been bothered by dreams, ain't feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling just fine. You and I will always know where we belong. This ain't no ordinary love we got going on. I'll pick you up in my 59 Ford. We head on down the
Hello guys, I'm just starting here tonight for my evening routine. I had to come up with something for summertime. You know, things are so different when your kids are home with you all day, and so I just wanted to share with you my new summer routine. Now, I am going to go ahead and declutter off the dining room table. It is a collect-all. I say that in every video that I share of my dining room. It is just a collect-all, the table is. And I also wanted to share with you the books that I'm currently reading. I am so excited. I am not an avid book reader, but I do like to read romance and mystery, you know, stuff like that. And so those are the books that I'm currently reading that I just shared with you. If you have any books that you are absolutely loving, leave them down in the comments for me. But anyway, we're gonna go move on to the countertop. I had a few bananas that have gone far too ripe for my liking, and so we like to just peel them and store them in the freezer for like smoothies or anything like that. It just makes it a lot easier if you take them out of the peel than freezing them in the peel. I remember my grandma used to always put them in the freezer with the peel on, and they would get like almost black. But she would then, like, you know, throw them out and everything for like banana bread. Oh, she used to make the best banana bread. But anyway, I'm just kind of wanting to get things tidied up here in the kitchen. It's not quite, it's probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock as I'm starting to do this. We got some pecans. How do you guys pronounce it? I call it a pecan. I know, it's wrong, but that's what I call it. Again, my Midwest accent coming out, I don't know. But anyway, so we got some of the pecans at the farmer's market, and so our youngest daughter hadn't had them, and so I thought I would let her go ahead, even though I just wiped this off, but it's okay. You know, I want them to try different foods and stuff like that, and that was something new that my husband picked up that the kids have never had, so she wanted to try it. But I also needed, I picked the cilantro and romaine up earlier in the day at the grocery store, and we kind of washed out, and then I just kind of let it dry on a towel. And then I wrap it up. This is actually for our guinea pigs. It's not even for us. I don't like cilantro, you guys. Oh my gosh, it is so bad. I cannot stand the smell of it, the taste of it. I can pick it out. I absolutely love Mexican food too, so it's kind of crazy. And I can pick it out in anything that I eat if I forget to say something to the chef at restaurants, you know, or the waiter. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and get this picked up. So basically what I'm doing, to explain kind of my routine, I just go through, clean everything up, you know, kind of declutter everything, put things in its spot, in its place, whatever has been, you know, kind of thrown around or thrown about or misplaced by the kids throughout the day, or even myself throughout the day. I just want to go ahead and get all that cleaned up and decluttered before I get into making dinner.
And maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. And who we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on my mind.
So I know biscuits and gravy is more of a breakfast meal,
But my kiddos have been requesting it for a long time now, and so I thought I would go ahead and answer their request and make them some biscuits and gravy. Now, I do make my biscuits from scratch. It is a super simple recipe. I will leave it down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested in that. But I'm actually in the part that you're seeing here, I doubled the ingredients, but I do end up making a whole another double batch of biscuits. I thought it would be perfect. You know, not only do they just love biscuits and gravy, but I thought it would be perfect since they are home right now for summertime. They can use those biscuits for breakfast, you know, with some jam or jelly or honey, or even so, you know, if there's some lunch meat in the fridge, so they could like make like a little biscuit lunch meat sandwich for lunch, or a snack or something like that. So I wanted to make sure that I had some leftovers for them. That's one of the things I like to do. You know, even during the school year, I do make extra food in that when I'm cooking, so that way, you know, it goes a little farther. It gives me a night or two off during the week. But in the summertime, I like to make a little bit extra, so that way the kiddos have, you know, a good lunch instead of just, you know, a quick meal. Like some pizza rolls or, you know, I don't know, TV dinners or something like that. I would rather them have something, you know, good and homemade, even if it is leftovers, which most of the time they don't seem to mind the leftovers. It really just depends on what it is. I know a few of things are not their favorites that I like, but, you know, just giving them a nice warm meal for dinner, or not for dinner, for lunch, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get these biscuits rolled out here. Now, I don't roll them. When you're making biscuits, you want to make sure that you are folding it and giving it layers. That's what makes the crust, you know, the biscuit rise up and make them just nice, fluffy, and layered.
You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your parts, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your parts, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down, be a little.
So for tonight, I did use a cup to just cut the biscuits out. I do have biscuit cutters, but for whatever reason, a cup just works a lot better for me. But I did want to go ahead and let them rest in the fridge, let that butter get nice and cold back up before you bake it. It's another way to just get it so nice, flaky, and moist, and just makes the best biscuits. So after you get your biscuits made, definitely let them rest for a little while back in the fridge. You want that butter nice and cold. So anyway, now that I am all done making the biscuits and they're resting in the fridge, I do want to go ahead and just get everything cleaned up again. I am 100% a clean as you go type person when it comes to cooking. I do not like a huge mess all over the place while I'm cooking. I don't know. It just drives me crazy. So I do clean as I go. You know, I did want to mention too, I love these countertops. Like I'm so glad I initially picked out something that had a little bit more like oranges and browns in it. And I'm so glad that I ended up going with these countertops. But I will tell you what, trying to get those biscuits off the counter, like the extra dough that gets stuck, you know, I was having a hard time seeing it all, so I kind of had to like feel and find where it was at that way. But you know, it is what it is. I guess it's probably one of the only cons that I have about my countertops. But Anyway, I'm moving on to just getting these dishes put away. Again, you know, I'm just trying to get everything kind of cleaned up. It's kind of like two birds, one stone. Instead of, you know, putting those in the fridge and going and sitting down on the couch and like surfing the internet or social media, whatever. I just figured might as well get the rest of the kitchen cleaned up and moving while I'm cooking or waiting for those biscuits to be done.
We'd be unbreakable. We could leave this place, stay in bed for days. You'd be my Yoko and I'd be your John. You'd show your secret tattoo. Maybe I'd get one too. You and me can start a whole new chapter. Oh, when you smile at me, I can feel the whole world turning. Oh, girl, you're one of a kind. I just can't get you off my mind. And baby, we'd be unshakable. You and me would fit so fine. Just tell me how to make you mine, and girl, we'd be unbreakable.
It is time to pull the biscuits back out of the fridge. We're gonna go ahead and start making the gravy at this time. Now, I'm gonna share how I make my gravy, and I'm gonna share with you two secret, quote unquote, secret ingredients. Now, I actually learned about these ingredients, oh gosh, years ago, and I will never make biscuits and gravy without them at this point. It just adds extra flavor. But anyway, we're just going to start with some breakfast sausage. Now, y'all have to let me know. I feel like when I was younger, my grandma would mix ground beef and breakfast sausage. And I don't know if that was just to make it go farther. Maybe one was more expensive than the other. I don't know. But I personally only use breakfast sausage. I know people don't use anything at all, but you know, totally up to you on how you make this. But this is how I do it. So I brown up the breakfast sausage, and then I like to add some sort of fat, whether that is bacon grease or butter. I need to work on saving my own bacon grease, but I love this Bacon Up. I actually get it at Buc-ee's of all places. Yes, the little Texas Beaver grocery, or not grocery store, oh my gosh, it seems like a grocery store, but gas station. But anyway, I actually love using it on my Blackstone, to be honest. This is the first time I've ever put it in my biscuits and gravy, and it turned out, it just gave that extra layer of flavor. It was so good. Unfortunately, I am not good at measuring when it comes to gravy. I just do what feels right, and it usually turns out just fine. So we're just gonna go ahead, melt that grease down and get it all, and then add in the flour. Now, what I do as far as measuring with flour, I just kind of, like I said, do whatever feels good. But basically, I'm just kind of covering over the sausage. I cannot think of what that was called for the life of me there. I just cover the sausage, and then it soaks up enough of that, and then it soaks up all the grease, and that seems to be enough. So I did want to set this aside because I didn't want it to burn while I was pulling these biscuits out. When you do take your biscuits out, you want to make sure that you take them right off the pan, because otherwise they will continue to cook, and you don't want to overcook your biscuits. You don't want them to be dry. So anyway, I am just adding some milk. Now, we use skim milk around here, skim fat-free milk. You can use whatever your heart desires. I feel like my grandma would use like a mixture of like half and half in milk. But again, I don't keep that stuff on hand. I am just using what I have on hand, which is just regular fat-free milk, and it turns out just fine. But we're gonna go ahead and cook this until it gets, until it starts to thicken, and then we'll go ahead and season it.
We'll be long gone, hang on, I cannot go wrong.
So So of course you have to add salt and pepper into your gravy. The bacon grease and the sausage do have some saltiness on their own, but I do like to put in just a little bit more. Now here are my secret ingredients: ground cumin and red pepper. So I just sprinkle in some cumin, and then I do like a big pinch of red pepper flake. It just gives that added flavor. If you have not added this to your gravy, your sausage gravy yet, try it. I promise you it is a game changer. And like I said, I've been doing it that way for years, and I just absolutely love it. My kids love my biscuits and gravy. Obviously, like I said, they've been begging for it for a while. Oh look, the nice fluffy biscuit. See those layers when you're folding that? It just makes those nice layers on the biscuits. But anyway, I did want to I got it a little bit too thick for my liking, so I did just add a little bit more milk to thin it out a little bit. Ignore my kiddos in the back. I don't know what they're doing. They got on like this little tangent while I was making the plate. It was so funny. I'm like, you guys do know that I'm filming right now, right? And I think they were like talking about armpits or something. Oh my gosh. Life with kids, you guys. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish making up the plates and get all the biscuits and gravy, and then we're gonna enjoy dinner, and then we'll finish up getting this kitchen evening routine going.
In the sky, there's a cloud drifting by. All kinds of birds make you wish you could fly. And in the distance I see someone waving at me. I hope that it's you, but who else could it be?
So now that dinner has been enjoyed, it is time to clean it up. Also, okay, so I have to know, growing up, my grandma called dinner is your noon meal. Like lunch, it's your noon meal. And then supper was your evening meal. But I grew up in the city, y'all. Like, I was raised by farm people, Iowa farm people at that. But I was raised in the city of, in the big city in Omaha, Nebraska. And so, we call the evening meal dinner. So, but my grandma always called it supper. So I remember being a little kid and just giving her the hardest time of that. And she would get so frustrated because she wouldn't understand what I was saying. Oh, the memories, you guys. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's one of the things, baking from scratch. It reminds me of my grandma. We're not going to get emotional. But it does. It just reminds me of her and all the things, growing up with her and her sharing like all her baking and cooking wisdom. And yeah, it's just a lot. But anyway, we're just going to continue up getting things cleaned up. I put all the leftovers away. And don't you worry. I know you saw me put those biscuits in the microwave. I did end up putting them in the fridge for the night. They last, I think, probably like a week or so in the fridge. They won't last that long here. But if you're wondering for your own sake, I think they last about a week or so in the fridge. But anyway, I do want to go ahead and just get everything finished cleaning up. I cannot go to bed with a dirty kitchen. It's just not going to happen. I know some people are like, whatever, we'll wait until the morning to clean it up, but I am just not one of those people. I guess it's just a product of my raising that you just get it cleaned up at night and get it all taken care of that way. So we're just going to go ahead, tackle it. Part of it, another, I guess, not only do I just can't do it. Going to bed with dirty kitchen or whatever, it just doesn't feel right. But also I am terrified of getting bugs, like legit terrified. When I was like fresh out of high school, I stayed with a family, and they had like a big roach issue. And then the first house that I moved to on my own, after I moved on from those people, It also had roaches. It was a rental property, and the guy before us, like, apparently it was just a big issue. And so we called, like, the exterminator, had everything taken care of, and ever since then, I am just terrified. Terrified of getting roaches. So I, you know, if I can make sure that things are cleaned up, and just put away, you know, that will help prevent them. Especially here in Florida, I feel like bugs are just more apt to come around. You know, there's no freeze that freezes them like there is back home in the Midwest. Not that they freeze in your house, but y'all know where I'm going. You get it. I don't know if that's just me, but it's just how I feel. I don't like bugs. I don't want them in my house. I've heard horror stories of things like crawling in your ears, and yeah, so we do what we can to prevent the bugs around here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. I feel crazy. A little crazy for you, baby. Yeah, yeah. Little crazy for you now.
Once all the dishes and stuff are done, I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the counters again for a final time. For the counters, I honestly just use a mixture of Pine Sol and water. I got that idea from Living with Cambria. I love watching her channel. If you guys don't know who she is, definitely go check her out. She is just, I've learned so much from her. So anyway, that's all I'm going to use to wipe down the counters. Another bug deterrent, yes. But anyway, and then after that, I'm going to go ahead and just use my wet vac on the floor. Now, you guys, I have the Bissell wet vac. It is probably like the original, I don't know, wet vac on the market. I don't even know. I just know it's corded, and I would really love to get a cordless wet vac, or one, like, there's a Shark one that I would really like, or even one that cleans itself. That would be absolutely amazing, because let me tell you what, cleaning the wet vac kind of is not so fun. But anyway, it's super easy to use. It's a great tool, especially for just like evening cleaning, just like a daily cleaning, instead of having to, you know, pull out the big old mop and bucket every single night. Just using the wet vac just makes things so much easier. But anyway, guys, we're just going to go ahead and finish up by cleaning up the floors. I hope that this video was helpful for you, whether motivational or giving you some ideas on, you know, some homemade biscuits and gravy. But anyway, if it is, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Come along and join my YouTube family. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. We do have a lot more motivation coming up, and I hope you guys will stick around. I hope everyone stays happy, healthy, and safe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
We're killing time in our own honky tonk, beneath the big blue sky. We live it up, we got it down. Here's the feeling, alright, it's a hell of a time. And I'm falling for a small town girl. So kiss me, darling, rock my world, rock my world.
All my thoughts are running round inside my head. Emotions keep coming, they're keeping me from thinking straight. Thought it would be different when I got my things in place. Stuck in this commotion, how come I ain't past this yet? I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest, I don't think we got it. I try to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I changed.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We have a lot to get done. Just tackling the bedroom and the bathroom. It's been a minute. If you guys have been around, you guys know that I took a little bit of time away from everything, including just enjoying my family and not worrying about the mess in the house. Other than like a few small things like vacuuming and, you know, cooking, doing the dishes, the small things like that. But the rest of the house definitely got ignored. And while I was just enjoying my family, you know, school is on the countdown. Or back to school, we are counting down to back to school. My kids literally have less than 2 weeks left of summer. I do not know where the time went, but, you know, I absolutely love having my kids home, but your girl thrives on a schedule. And when I don't have that, chaos ensues, and it just, yeah, I just struggle. And so it's been a hot minute, just getting things together. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna just go and get everything done, get these clothes done, get the laundry or the bedding cleaned and washed and refreshed, and just get it all done. You know what I mean? So anyway, I do want to thank you all for being here and clicking on today's video. I have a handful of new people around here, and I cannot thank you so much. Like, it literally means the world to me that you are subscribing to my channel and following my journey. I do want to let you guys know who I am, so let me go ahead and take a minute to introduce myself. Hi, I am Tammy, mom of 4, married to my best friend, my husband. We have been together almost 18 years. We born and raised Nebraska, in the Omaha area, which is like eastern Nebraska, on the Iowa border. And yeah, we lived there for 36 years. And we up and moved our entire family down here to the central east coast of Florida. So we moved down here, like I said, just about 2 years ago. We absolutely love it here. We vacationed here for many, many years. And it took us about 7 years of getting, you know, of the goal to move to Florida. I despise the cold and the snow and all those things. And so we just wanted a change away from, you know, I mean, I guess technically, I think the area we live in now is bigger than the area we lived in before, but we have a much more small town feel where we live, and we love that. So we just love the coastal vibes of everything. Now, I will say it gets kind of busy with tourists and stuff like that, but it's not that big a deal. I don't know. I guess it's the cost of paradise, the cost to live in paradise, where you don't get the cold and the snow. But anyway, that's a little bit about me. Tell me a little bit about yourself down in the comments. I love chit-chatting with you guys. I love talking. And as a stay-at-home mom, I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 13 years, you guys. I did have about a year in the middle of that, where I did go back to work for a little while, and you know, it just didn't work out for our family. And so, yeah, my husband is absolutely amazing and takes very good care of us. He is a very hard worker, and I could not be more appreciative of him, allowing me to stay home and just, you know, take care of our babies, although they're not babies anymore. We have a she's almost 17. She'll be 17 here in a few weeks. A 15-year-old, an almost 13-year-old here in about a month, probably about 2 months, and a 10-year-old. So we have 3 girls and a boy. And life is just crazy, and I absolutely love it. I love being able to take care of my children and my home and all the things. A little bit about myself. I will say that I actually am a licensed cosmetologist. I started doing hair when I was like 18. I think I went to beauty school. So I've been licensed for almost 20 years. That is wild. It's been like 18 years. I think I graduated in 2007. I think is when I graduated. That just seems so long ago. Where has the years gone? Oh my goodness. But anyway, and then when I was pregnant with our second daughter, I actually went to nursing school. Or I wasn't pregnant with her right away. I got pregnant while in nursing school. And I did graduate with my practical nursing degree. I did not pursue that career. I struggle with that a lot. And then even more so since losing my mom almost 11 years ago. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. But anyway, like I said, I absolutely love taking care of my family. I love going to the ocean, living by the ocean, the warm weather. I don't know. But anyway, I was going to say I have been a stay-at-home mom for, almost 13 years. So I do get chatty on these videos. If you're new, if you're an OG, you know how chatty I can get. So you guys are my friends. I feel like we're on a FaceTime call when I'm talking to you guys. And I just love sharing tips and tricks and all things cleaning, homemaking, cooking, decorating, all things like that. Grocery hauls. We did just have a switch in my husband's job. And so his pay is changing a little bit, and so I am having to learn how to re-budget our finances and our groceries and stuff like that. So that's been kind of a challenge. But you guys did get a brand new monthly grocery haul last week from me, and I really have to work on that. But we are also working on making some changes in our lifestyle as far as changing up how we eat and how much packaged food we eat. I am working on making things from scratch. We've started with like bread items, tortillas, pancakes, biscuits, all the things like that. And so I'm slowly going to try to just change that up and work away from the pre-processed foods. So if that's interesting to you, or any of the other things that I mentioned, definitely hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I do have pretty much through the end of the year of videos planned out for you guys, and I'm super excited. I'm going to be bringing a new series. It's basically like a prepping your home for the holidays series. We're going to be decluttering, cleaning, cooking, shopping, Christmas gifts, and all the things, getting your home just prepped and ready for the holiday season. So I cannot wait for that to come up. But yeah, I just have a lot of videos planned for you guys. I hope you all will stick around and join me. But anyway, let me quit rambling for a minute so you guys can enjoy some video, some cleaning motivation, and some of the music.
Feel the summer's touching my face, reminding me of last year in the city where we both lived. Pine trees rain and streets called by name. We were breathing, flying, feeling that life's guiding our way. Running with the nightlight, hearts burning for the first time. Reality is closer, but we're not getting older. Dawn at Picasso paints you and me in yellow, and now we'll soon be over. We're soldiers and we're higher, higher. We're higher, higher. We're higher, higher. We're higher, higher. the lighter ride we're strangers with nothing more common than before. Before the night started to tease us.
We are getting ready for back to school. Like I mentioned, my kids go back in less than 2 weeks, and I cannot believe how quickly this summer went by. I have a question though for you guys. So back in Nebraska, we literally did not have to pay for anything. We didn't have to pay for field trips. We didn't have to pay for like class dues or sports or anything like that. The only thing we paid for was like lunches. And then I think like computer insurance, because all the kids get laptops. But I'm curious, what is it like where you guys live? What do you have to pay for with the schools and stuff like that? I know when we first moved down here to Florida, that was a big shock for us because that was not something I was expecting. I literally I studied and searched and, all the research and everything that I could possibly do. And that was one thing, since we've lived here, that I was not expecting. And I don't know, it kind of is like, wow. So we're paying like $75 for field trips here and there. Sports are like $70. There's class dues for all my kids, for like middle school and high school. And I don't know, it was just something crazy that I was not expecting. It's like, not only are you paying for like all these back to school items, and with 4 kids, all that adds up so much. We're literally paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars just for our kids to go back to school. And, here in the United States, education is supposed to be free. So it's like, what is all this cost? It just blows my mind at the high prices of everything. I don't know. Let me know if that is normal where you guys live. Do you guys pay class dues for middle school and high school? It's not the elementary school, but and then like any supplies that we send in are community supplies, like they're for the entire classroom, not just our kiddo. There's just a lot of different things that I was not prepared for when it comes to like school fees. And I'm just curious how it is in other places, because I guess we were just literally spoiled in Nebraska, to not have to pay for any of that stuff. So I'm just curious what it's like where you live. But yeah, so anyway, in reference to the video, you guys, as I'm shampooing here, I just want to tell you, if you guys need a shampooer, if you are looking for a carpet shampooer, Hoover. Hoover is the way to go. I had a different Hoover shampooer back at our old house that I absolutely love. And then I got this one when we moved down here, and you guys, they're just the best quality in my opinion, especially for your price and all of that. I absolutely love Hoover shampooers. They work so well. But anyway, I just had to mention that while I was shampooing this carpet. That's another thing I want to do. I know I've been saying this for a long time, and then at some point it will come. But I really want to redo our bedroom. I want to add in, look at this dump. It's so gross. Oh my goodness. It is wild how dirty carpet gets, you guys. But anyway, I am wanting to change up the neutral in my house. I don't know what it is, but I have done neutral colors for years now. I kept it neutral when we moved here, which has been 2 years, and then I painted our old house like more neutral, like the buffalo plaid, farmhousey vibes. Oh my goodness, I feel like we did that, maybe for 5 years, 6 years, I don't even remember how long it was. But anyway, before that, I had much more vibrant coloring. We had a bright purple, like a royal purple, I guess, like a pinky purple. I can't remember. It was like maybe plum. Plum might be a better description for the color, but it was very vibrant purple wall in our living room and dining room and like all the things. And I'm really missing the color.
and I really want to put more color into our bedroom. I'm not going too terribly bold, I guess, in color, but I'm looking more like at the rust and sage. I just think the colors are so pretty together, and of course, you know, red and green is complementary on the color wheel, and so I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like the Rust and Sage color palette? You guys will have to let me know. I did post, I should share that picture with you guys. I kind of did like a little compilation of ideas to go in this bedroom. There's a wallpaper that I want to get. But I don't know if wallpaper will stick to our textured walls because for whatever reason, every house down here in Florida seems to have like heavily textured walls, which absolutely drives me insane. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I would get rid of this white rug, which was a big mistake to ever purchase anyway. But you guys, we got such a good deal on this rug. It is actually a carpet remnant. I don't know if you know that you can do this, but you can go to your flooring store and get a carpet remnant and have the edge binded like a rug. And I think it was like $200, literally. That, I mean, which is so much cheaper. You could never get this quality of a rug in I think it's like a 9x12, I think is the size of this rug, for $200. So if you are looking for a good, nice size rug, definitely go check your flooring store for a carpet remnant and see if you can't get those edges binded. It's just like the best tip that I can give you. Both of my parents have done that in homes and stuff. It's just such an amazing deal. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this bed put back together. At some point, I am going to probably get rid of the bedding on here too. I'm just over the farmhouse vibes, the ruffles, and that I'm still here for vintage, antique, like rustic look, but I don't want the ruffles anymore. I don't know what it is. I guess maybe it's everybody else changing the decor. It's the times, it's what's in, you know, and what has left. But anyway, now it's time to move on to the bathroom, get this bathroom cleaned up. Again, it has been a hot minute and it really needs to be done. I'm just going to use some Dawn spray and wash Dawn spray. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like the spray, yeah, Dawn. The Dawn dish soap spray. I'm going to go ahead and just spray these walls down with that and use that to scrub. Now, if you need a little extra kick in the cleaning, you could always mix some Dawn dish soap with some vinegar and water and clean and scrub that way. But honestly, this Dawn spray works absolutely amazing on soap scum and stuff like that. I don't know about y'all, but we get that like red, I guess it's mold. I'm not 100% sure, but that like red mold kind of buildup in our shower. Unfortunately, we don't have a ceiling fan in here or an exhaust fan. We just have the window. I don't know if that's code, but I'm like, what is this craziness? So we just opened the window, but you guys, it is humid outside here in Florida in the summertime. So the humidity, I don't know, it's just like playing against each other. But regardless, this Dawn spray really helps. I feel like it helps break everything up, all the soap scum. And then the wand I'm using, I actually got it at Target. I don't know if they have it anymore, but it's just a Clorox wand. I think Clorox is the one that makes it anyway, but it makes it so much easier to scrub and just get all in the nooks and crannies of everything. The little edges clean the grout lines. Absolutely amazing. It just works so well, and it really saves your back and your knees.
Sleeping at the worst motel somewhere. We had rashes for days. Do you remember that?
But even though we were broke as hell, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything. If I throw a coin down a wishing well, I wish I could feel it again. The way that I felt for you then. 'Cause even though I wouldn't change anything.
Alrighty, so we're just gonna finish getting everything put back here and just get this toilet cleaned. I do like to put a little bit of the toilet bleach in there, but I will go back and use my Clorox wand here in a minute after I let the Lysol spray sit. Now, if you want to use a disinfectant for your toilet, you do need to let it sit for so many minutes to make sure that it is actually disinfecting. You can't just spray it on and wipe it right off because the disinfectant factor does not work. So on the toilet, I do spray it all down before moving on to like the counter and the mirrors and stuff like that. I don't need the disinfectant, I guess, on the counter surface, kind of partially because that is a stone material and I'm a little afraid that it might ruin it. So I literally just spray it on and then wipe it off real quick. But then I am using the pink stuff. I am torn on the pink stuff. I think it works really well getting like that mildew scum, soap scum or whatever out of the sink in that. But I don't know that I would necessarily use it for anything else. I don't know, but I do want to mention this little tool here. This thing is a lifesaver. I do have it in my Amazon storefront if you guys are interested in looking for it. But this little guy gets into nooks and crannies and just scrubs the heck out of it. And I absolutely love it. Your girl has carpal tunnel and it is a lifesaver for the fingers. I tell you what. But anyway, I also love a good smell. Y'all know I love my candles, but I do not like to light a candle and leave the area. We do have cats. Cats like to play with flames for whatever reason. And so in the bathrooms, I just like to use my little diffuser. I cannot remember what scent I used, but I don't know. I absolutely love the diffuser. It just makes everything, it just kind of finishes off that good scent. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get finished up here. I thank you so much for being here, for subscribing to my channel, and just following along on my journey. You guys are seriously the true MVPs. And I cannot be more grateful for you. I wish there was more of a way that I could just like hug and squeeze all you guys, and thank you so much for being here with me every week. But anyway, I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Just like a lovely story, you were mine and we were really happy. Came around when I was pretty lonely. Glad you found someone that I could be with. Never ever really crossed my mind that you were just hanging around. Never ever really crossed my mind that this would end up upside down. You and me cheated for a long time.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We survived the hurricane. We only got the outer bands here in our area, but we definitely got some wind and rain. And so I decided that since it was raining and kind of a gloomy day, that it would be a good time to just get some things done. One of the biggest things is getting this kitchen cleaned up. I will say that we are praying for everybody that has been negatively affected over the hurricane. I know Savannah, the Big Bend of Florida and everything is getting hit or got hit pretty hard, and there is some major flooding going on. But yes, so anyway, we are just going to get some pizza dough made. I like to have some pizza dough on hand, so that way it's readily available. I can just grab it out of the freezer, let it thaw out, and then that night for dinner we can make calzones, garlic knots, pizza, you know, all the things. But I like to have it readily available because I like to make it in my bread machine, and it takes about 45 minutes for a ball, I guess, of pizza dough. Now, I think I could probably divide it in two. We do have a very large pan. I forget the size of it, though, that we use, and you can use like one whole dough ball for that pan. So, like I said, I just like to make sure that we have some on hand. So I'm not trying to, you know, last minute trying to make some dough and prepare dinner, you know what I mean? So anyway, while I'm letting that cook, it's not really cooking, it's prepping, I don't know. While I'm letting that mix in the bread machine, I am gonna go ahead and do some chores around the kitchen. I like to kind of do, you know, two things at once, two birds, one stone, you know what I mean? So work smarter, not harder. All those fun sayings. So we're gonna go ahead and get some other things done around the kitchen while the dough is coming together.
Walking on my own, these streets, they're still reminding me of you. There's a girl, I recognize her curly hair, but not the guy that she's walking next to. And suddenly I start to see that you...
I know y'all see them jars sitting there, so I forget how long ago it's been. But I did a video on getting the candle wax out of the jars, out of some mason jars. I asked you guys your opinion on what would work better, and you guys said to either freeze the jars to pop the wax out or to pour boiling water in the jars to help release the wax. So I did the experiment for you guys, and I kind of did give up for a minute. I sat the jars out in the garage full of water and was done because it just wasn't, I didn't feel like it was working either step really. But in the long run, I will tell you that actually boiling the water and dumping it in there was the winner of that experiment. Because now I'm about to, the ones that I froze to try to pop the wax out, I'm about to pour some boiling water in those and try to finish up getting the rest of the wax out that would not come out with just like picking at it or chipping it away. So I went ahead, put some water in here, and then I'm going to pop out the little, like the little holder thing for the wick. Now that the water has sat in there a little bit, it kind of helped release the glue that was holding those on. And then we're gonna go ahead, let it cool completely, let the wax harden on top of that water, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish getting these cleaned out. I am so happy that I was able to give you guys an update on this project because I was completely frustrated with it. Now, I will say, I don't think it's probably a good idea to use these for any sort of food storage, but I know my husband has plans to store like nuts and bolts and small things like that in them in the garage. I think they would also be fun to store like cotton balls or cotton swabs, Q-tips, you know, all the things like that. Beauty supplies like that. You could even put, fill, what are those little makeup sponges, you know, in there. I think it would be super cute. You could even use one as like a vase. You could put your makeup brushes in there. Just all the things I think would be super cute. So I am glad that I was able to get the final wax. The rest of the wax, I can reuse these jars and I won't have to throw so many in the landfills. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead, clean them up. I did get all that extra wax out once the wax cooled and hardened, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use some Dawn dish soap to get the rest of that residue out of there.
Take it over, take it all, come serenity. Take it over, take it all, fight the fury with peace. Oh, come release. Angels cross the borders, demons gonna run. Tell all folks about the burning fire in our hearts. Find all destinations named with guns. Let them face oblivion. Oblivion. Let them fall apart. Take it over, take it all. I believe in freedom. Take it over, take it all.
I want to give you guys a huge shout out to you guys have been amazing with watching my videos. And the subscribers, you guys are just so amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you. I want you guys to know how important you guys are to me, and I just want to give you guys all the thanks. I don't know what it is. I feel so silly that I don't know that you guys want to watch my channel. I feel not silly, but like I just feel like I didn't think that anybody would literally want to watch my channel, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you for sticking around, for watching, for sharing, for all your likes, your comments, and everything, and just your support. I don't know how to say thank you more than just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate it. I do want to let you guys know here in a few weeks I will be doing a new series. I actually was inspired by Clutterbug. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but I've followed her for years. And then a few years ago, she came out with like a system, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be working with. I'm not working with her. Yes. So, not to get that confused, but I absolutely love her ideas and her system, and so I thought I would try to use her system and put it into play in my own home. So we are going to be doing that. It's a new series. We're going to be basically getting our homes ready for the holidays. That involves decluttering, organizing, cleaning, gift ideas, decorating for the holidays, and all the things. So I'm super excited to bring that new series to you guys. So I hope you guys will continue to share my channel with your friends and family, and to just kind of subscribe, come along, and enjoy this journey with me. Again, I'm super excited for that series. I did share a little what is that in the community tabs, a post over there, and so yes, I'm super excited, and I cannot wait to start that series with you guys. But moving on in the kitchen in the video for today, we are just going to go ahead and get these cupboards cleaned up. You know, I will say I absolutely love a white kitchen. I really wanted that when we moved here. Our kitchen is so tiny and so dark. There's like there is some natural lighting, but just very little natural lighting here. Because the window and the door are covered by like the roof and the lanai, and so it just keeps it really dark in here. Someday I would love to put in a skylight to just get in some more natural lighting, but for now it is what it is, and so that's why I went with white everything really. The floors were here already, but the cupboards and the backsplash and all that, I really just wanted to brighten up the space. And I'll say that if you guys have seen our older videos from a few years ago when we remodeled this kitchen, the upgrade, the change of the dark cupboards to these white cupboards is just crazy. It really just brightened up the space, and I love that. But I will say that keeping these white cupboards clean is for the birds. It is such a pain in the behind. I kid you not. It's not necessarily the upper. Sometimes, like in some of the cupboards, you can tell which cupboards get used the most. They got the fingerprints on the inside and the outside, because apparently nobody uses the handles on the doors. And then on the lowers, though, you can tell things get spilled and all that, and it's just so incredibly frustrating. I will say though, our old house had like that traditional 90s oak kitchen, and it makes me wonder how dirty those cupboard doors actually were that I just could not see it because they weren't white and it didn't show up. So I am using just like a pine sol water mixture in my bowl today and just changing out the cloth as we go. Don't worry, I will be doing all of that. But I will say for a microwave, to clean the microwave, a much easier route would be to fill a glass cup or measuring cup with some water and some like essential oil or lemon essential oil or lemon juice, and let it go and get it nice and steamy in that microwave. Everything will just wipe right off. So much easier than trying to scrub it down. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the stove. I noticed the other day when I was cooking that some stuff had like kind of slid beside the counter and the stove top, and I was like, oh, that's really gross. I need to probably pull this out and clean it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so embarrassed how bad this actually was. Not only just the sides of the stove, but behind it on the floor. Oh my goodness, it is so bad, you guys. So obviously Tammy has skeletons in her closet, or well, under her stove. You know, but again, this is real life. This is spots that I miss in our house that I don't get cleaned up on a regular basis. So this is your reminder when you're cleaning to pull your stove out once a week. Or more often, or once a month or more often, and clean beside it, behind it, all the things, you guys. I also wanted to get the sides of the cupboards wiped down because they had spills running down them. It was a bad deal. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I don't even know what is going on. I will also say too, some things I noticed. I also noticed how poor of a job our contractor did when they installed the countertops. So that's always nice 2 years later, but it is what it is. So I obviously didn't pay attention. I have definitely not gone 2 years. Don't worry, it has not been 2 years since I've cleaned behind here. It has been a while. I would rather not say, but it has not been 2 years. It hasn't even been a year. But for whatever reason, I just never noticed how poorly our countertops were installed on top of our cupboards. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it now. It works, and we'll continue to live with it. I still absolutely love our countertops. They are granite. I have had questions about them before. We purchased them through Lowe's, and then they actually came out of a company, like it gets counter side companies. Lowe's doesn't actually like carry the granite, they just sell it, and then it comes, oh my gosh, look at that dump. Oh, it's so dirty. I actually do this, I think, like 3 times in this entire video, having to dump out my water and get fresh water. It's so satisfying, you guys. What is my life thinking dirty water is satisfying? I don't even know. But anyway, like I was saying, the countertops we ordered through Lowe's, but they in turn get them from a company that's actually out of Orlando, at least for our area. And then a self-contractor, private contractor comes in and installs them. So there's actually been some other things that I've found that I'm like, really, with these countertops. And again, it's too late to say anything. I wish I had caught them before, but it is what it is. I still absolutely love our kitchen. I love our countertops regardless. But yes, so anyway, we're just gonna go ahead, continue getting all cleaned up here, and just moving along. I am kind of wiping down the backsplash also as I go. Yeah, I'm just kind of just wiping it all down. I can tell that things haven't been moved in a while, with the crumbs and the splashes on the backsplash, so it was definitely needing a good deep clean.
Well, the morning came, you said it will. You said the bad will go away, but I'm feeling it still. I think I need to get out of this bed and go out for a walk to clear my head. I suppose that I'll be better off alone. We'll be just fine on my own. Used to call you home, but now I'm just addressed unknown. Just throw away my favorite sweater, go on and burn my stupid letters, and box up all my things outside your door, 'cause I don't live there anymore. 'Cause I don't live there anymore. Still hit me like a freight train. I wonder if I'm capable to walk away this pain. I'm thinking, should I just go back to bed? Or is there anything that I can do instead? I suppose that I'll be better off alone. We'll be just fine on my own. Used to call you home, but now I'm just addressed.
I'm so sad, you guys. Our summer is officially coming to an end. We are literally counting down the days. My kids have less than a week before they go back to school, and I don't even know what happened. Like, where did summer even go? I feel like summer just started. Our kids get out after Memorial Day, and then they go back, middle of August, and it's so crazy because it's barely 2 months off. And it just blows my mind how short of a time frame that they have, you know, for their vacation. And so anyway, we are getting everybody prepped for all their back to school gear. Thankfully, my girls are all in upper schools, up in high school and middle school, so they don't really need a whole lot of supplies. But our son's list, oh my goodness, I don't even know. So I gotta go and get all that done. We're not actually doing like really any back to school shopping other than for my son. The girls have plenty of clothes, you know, and they all have like so many shoes that are almost brand new and that they can wear. And so they just really, I mean, they really don't need anything. If they do, we'll look into that. We'll kind of see what is needed. I'm sure socks are something that they probably will need, so we'll probably have to grab some of those. But our son is definitely going to need a new pair of shoes besides his supplies. I know he's just growing like a weed. I think he's grown like 2 or 3 inches this summer. It's kind of crazy how fast he's just picking up and growing. I know most boys, I think, don't hit like actual growth spurts though until like 12, maybe 13 years old. So we'll probably have a couple years before he actually gets a big growth spurt. So this is kind of just a little one, but we'll see what happens. So I know that we'll have to get him some clothes and stuff at some point. We have picked up some shorts and stuff this summer, and since we do live in Florida, he pretty much wears shorts year round. It does get a little bit cold at some point, you know, where he would wear a jacket and that, but I think the jacket he has is also still fits him. He just tried it on the other day, so I'm very thankful for that. But we will have to get some new shoes for him. He has very wide feet, so if anybody has any suggestions for little boys, like what brand to buy for very wide feet kiddos, he is in a men's shoe, but it's like the smallest size. I think it's like a 6 or something like that. It's like the smallest size available. But yeah, so if you guys can recommend a good brand for wide feet for little boys, I would be so grateful. We have been through so many shoes and they just don't look comfortable on him, because they just don't fit his feet very well since they are wide. But I don't know. Your suggestions would be very grateful, very appreciated on that. So anyway, but they're getting all ready. I don't even know. Like I'm sad but excited because they're excited. They're excited to get back to school with all their friends and just, you know, just to see everybody. I remember that being the same way when I would go back to school. I'd be so excited to see all my friends that I didn't get to see during the summer. You know, and just getting back into a routine. I think more than anything, that's the thing that I'm looking forward to, is just getting back into a routine of things. I very much thrive on a routine. In summer, when there's not one, it kind of screws it kind of screws me up, you know. But oh, another satisfying dump, you guys. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. But yeah, so I'm not totally excited for them to go back to school, but I'm excited for the routine. I also am super excited because we are getting closer to my dad coming back down to Florida. I think it's been since May since he's been here, since we've seen him. It's been a while, and your girl is an only child for him, and he's the only parent I have left. Really, realistically, the only family I have left, and so I miss him a ton, and you know, I miss him a ton, and I cannot wait for him to be back down here for the winter time. So, you know, once we go back to school, I hope the weeks fly by and we can get him back down here. So I look forward to that. This will be his last winter as like a Florida snowbird, and then he'll be down here permanently, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and finish getting this coffee bar cleaned up. If you haven't seen that video, I did just do a video recently on getting this coffee bar cleaned up, and what's it called? Like I cleaned both the Keurig and the Nespresso. We did like a deep clean. I cannot think of the word that I'm looking for. You know, when you use the chemical to clean it out, to get all that crusties out of there. You know what I mean? I cannot think of the word. Why am I having a brain fart right now? Oh my goodness. Y'all know what I mean. But anyway, if you guys are looking for a good video on how to clean your coffee machines, definitely check that out. I thought it was a good one, so if you haven't already. But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and finish getting everything cleaned up. I am so happy to have a fresh and clean kitchen again. Everything smelled like pine sol. It was so funny. My daughter got home, her boyfriend dropped her off, and our camera caught her, like as she was walking to the door, talking to herself about how good, like you could smell the pine sol outside and how good it smelled. So, you know, it's always a good thing when your kids comment on how clean the house is. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope it was motivating for you. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. Come chit chat. I love commenting and chit chatting back and forth with you guys. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer or what is left of it. I just hope that everybody is safe during the hurricane, the flooding, and all that's going on up north of here. South for some of you, but north of me. And I'm praying that, you know, the hurricanes stay away. We don't get any more. I know more will be coming, but I hope they aren't very serious. So anyway, I hope, again, you all stay happy, healthy, and safe. Oh, real quick. I know I'm trying to say goodbye, but I wanted to say something real quick about these little, like, black triangular looking pieces on the floor. Those are from my rug, so I use those to help hold the rug down, and they are absolutely amazing. They worked very well, and when I pulled them up, they left no residue on the floor. I do have them linked in my Amazon storefront if you guys are interested in that. The only reason why I pulled them up is because I was frustrated with my rug the other day because it was so dirty, and I just ripped it up, and yeah, it is what it is, and it wouldn't go back down on top of them. So I do need to order some more of those for my rug. But if you're looking for something to hold your rug to the floor, definitely check out my Amazon link. I'll leave those. Actually, I'll try to leave them down in the description for you guys if I remember. If I don't, let me know and I'll leave you a link in the comments. But anyway, it's time. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
These are times of crowds of passion. One of us gonna get hurt. Took a shot for the magic, but we're crashing into tragic. One of us gonna get hurt.
I share my mind with no censorship.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. As you can tell, we have a lot to get done today. The kiddos have officially gone back to school and it's time to get this house back in order. Now, I will say that we try to keep up with it throughout the summer, but things are just not the same. It's far more laid back in the summertime than it is once the kids are back in school. I thrive on a schedule. I don't know about you guys, but for me, as much as I miss my kids when they go back to school, having that schedule again, getting up early, getting into a routine, it just makes my days function better. And so as much as I'm going to miss them, and I know that they enjoy going to school and seeing all their friends and all that, I just function better. And so today is the first day that they went back to school. The hubby went back to work after a few days off, and it's time to just tackle this house. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start by doing some basic chores around the house, things that I kind of like to do during the day that kind of just set my day up for success. Now, I will say I only have so many hours between the last kiddo going to school and picking up the first kiddo that went to school, and so I have to fit as much as possible in that short time frame. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I just want to start off with the basics, making the bed, getting some laundry going, vacuuming, just kind of some daily chores. I know everybody in the US and all over the country goes back to school not all over the country, all over the world goes back at different times. When do your guys' kids go back? I know a lot of people are like, wow, when I was younger, this is so early. When I was younger, I didn't go back until after Labor Day, and stuff like that. But honestly, when I was younger, we went back middle of August. We didn't get out until after Memorial Day. Sometimes I even remember, so my birthday is the beginning of June, and there was one year we actually got out of school on my birthday, and I think it was like first grade, honestly. I was so excited because I got to skip the last day of school, the one and only time my mom ever let me skip school, and it was like first grade. I'll never forget it. We went out to Adventureland, which is a theme park in Des Moines, Iowa, and we went out there for my birthday to celebrate it. And it was so fun. I thought it was the coolest thing ever that I was skipping school, having a summer birthday. That doesn't, happen often. It actually never happened again. But that's when we usually got out. And down here in Florida, that is when my kids get out. So they go to school middle of August, and they get out after Memorial Day, usually the week after, or the week of, I should say. And they usually get out, I think they got out Friday the first year we were here. Last year, I think they got out on like a Wednesday or Thursday. I can't fully remember. But I know back home, our school ran basically from middle of August to the week before Memorial Day. So, and honestly, I feel like kids should go back to school like Labor Day through Memorial Day. So beginning of September through that middle to last week of May. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What are your guys' schedules like? I'm curious. I know it's different for all of us. I absolutely love summer. I love spending time with my kiddos. So I don't know. I think that I just like the longer summer.
It's such a heavy load, dirty little secrets back the road. Holding out for the appraised, holding on to see your face, holding
we believe that in our household, if you live in this household, you take care of the household. So our kids usually do have chores. Now, I did go ahead and decide to do this today for them, doing the dishes. I will say I am very thankful, as you can see, that I decided to go ahead and do the chores for today, because something told me that I needed to clean out the filter. It had been a while, and so if you haven't cleaned your dishwasher filter, definitely do so. Thankfully, this corn that I just pulled out of there was from the corn dip I made. Obviously, someone didn't feel like finishing it, and instead of rinsing or dumping the rest in the trash, they put it in the dishwasher. So there's that. I'm glad that I pulled that out. I know I'm not the only one who has kids that do things like that, but I will say that my husband is in appliances, and he always tells me you do not need to rinse your plates, but it is not a garbage disposal. So if you have big chunks, stuff like that, make sure you dump that in the trash. But obviously our kids did not get that memo. So anyway, I'm glad that I just went ahead, cleaned that out, and pulled it out. That is one thing you definitely want to be checking when you're cleaning your dishwasher, is checking that filter. Another thing is this little bottom lip here. As you saw, it was really dirty. I try to get my kids to clean that out, but basically when you're putting all your dirty dishes in there, the food drips down there, and that is part of the dishwasher that doesn't get cleaned. You fold it up and it kind of closes the door in there, so it stays dirty if you don't wipe it out. So that is definitely another part of your dishwasher. And then also along the edges of the door, you want to clean those out as well. I also highly, highly, highly recommend using your rinse aids. They just help complete the job. You know what I mean? So you have your soaps that clean everything. The water helps disinfect, and then just finishing off with that rinse aid to help with any soap buildup or water spots or anything like that. I highly recommend using it. So also, another tip from Tammy, if you guys have tumblers like my tumbler here, or Stanley's or anything like that, the lids have like a silicone ring around them. You want to remove those and make sure you are cleaning underneath of those silicones, those little silicone rings. They get built up. Build up. Oh my goodness, I am stumbling on my words today. You can get buildup underneath those rings, and it can be really, really dangerous for your health. So make sure you're taking those silicone rings off your lids, you guys. The little slidey doohickey part on the lid comes off as well. There's like a little squeeze part on the underneath that kind of pops that little sliding piece off as well. So make sure you guys are cleaning your Stanleys and your tumblers properly. Okay, guys? Please promise me that. But anyway, next up, we're gonna go ahead and move on to dinner prep. I absolutely love these walk-in spices. When I was a little girl, my mom made chicken and noodles with the walk-in spices, and so I make mine the same as hers, except for the difference, she would always buy the frozen egg noodles. I think it's like Raymond's or something like that. The frozen egg noodles, which are really good, but I promise you, making your own egg noodles is so much better. They taste so much better, and they are far cheaper. As a large family, a family of 6, I make a huge pot of chicken and noodles when I make it, and so it's much cheaper just to make your own. It's also much healthier to make your own. We get eggs at our farmer's market. They are free-range eggs, so they taste amazing. I absolutely love them. If you can get local eggs, from your local farmer, backyard farmer, homestead, definitely try to do so. You guys, I personally can taste the difference in the eggs compared to the store-bought ones. Don't take my word for it, though. Go check them out. Check them out for yourself. But anyway, I do want to go ahead and get the dinner prep moving along. I wanted to move some of those bananas over, though, to the freezer. They were getting a little brown, and instead of throwing them out, we do peel them and throw them in a bag in the freezer, so that way we can grab them for like smoothies or actually coming up later this week, I'm going to be making some banana muffins with you guys, you know, some homemade snacks. I know when the kiddos get out of school, they get super hungry, or they come home super hungry for whatever reason. Like, they will literally go all summer without eating but like dinner, because they sleep all day, and then all of a sudden when they go to school, they are starving Marvins when they get home. So it's so funny. But I do have that video coming up for you guys later this week. We're going to be making homemade crackers, homemade muffins, and I'm not sure if there's something that you guys are interested in seeing, like a made from scratch snack item, let me know down in the comments and I will try to make that for you guys. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead, continue on with the dinner prep and get these egg noodles started. I do not share with you guys the full recipe. I apologize if you guys are curious in that, though. Let me know and I can do that for you guys, even if it's in like a little short or a reel, something like that. But anyway, these egg noodles are so easy. Like I said, it's literally like 2 cups of flour. 2 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, a tablespoon of olive oil, and 4 eggs. So I triple my batch of noodles. If you're curious, I do triple them. Like I said, we have a large family, and then also this way it also gives my husband lunches for the week as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and get these noodles made up here. I kept dropping shell into the bowl, you guys. If you are doing this with farm fresh eggs, especially, I know that my eggs have not been introduced to chickens, roosters, so I don't really have to worry about that. I think they candle them. I don't know all the things, but anyway, if you have eggs, maybe you should probably crack them in another bowl in case you do drop the shell in and you're not like digging like I am. Do better, you guys, do better. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I was having such an issue though this day, and I don't know what the deal was, but yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get moving on these egg noodles. They are so good. I absolutely love egg noodles from scratch. I will say that I would love to get like the little attachment that you put on your KitchenAid so that I don't have to roll them all out and cut them myself. But it is what it is. Make them like Grandma used to make, right?
Thought I'd had to search for the love that was right here, my best friend. Thought he'd be someone else, thought it would take me a while. But right next to you now I'm sleeping, no rhyme or reason to that. If this is what love is,
I did notice too that the dough was a little bit sticky. I think I missed a cup of flour. I should have went back and watched and counted while I was editing this, but anyway, I think I missed a cup of flour in there. I miscounted the flour when I was adding it, and so I just had to add in a little bit more flour, and then I do want to go ahead and knead everything, get it very like incorporated, make sure that all the flour is covered in that egg yolk and that and you know whatnot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it in some plastic wrap or saran wrap and let it rest as long as possible. That way all that flour does get absorbed, and so then you don't have really the flour taste in your noodles. But letting it sit in the fridge as long as possible just kind of helps everything kind of meld together. So we're gonna go ahead and get this in a nice little ball, and then I will go ahead and wrap it in some saran wrap and let it sit in the fridge while I do all my other chores for the day. So this is sometimes what I like to do. I don't know if you guys are new here, we are on a journey of learning to make things from scratch instead of buying them store processed. Egg noodles I've been making for years, though this is not something new. I've been making them for years. I love homemade egg noodles, but so usually what I do, this is something I do throughout the day if it's something I know that I need to make for dinner, such as if we have tacos and I know that I need to make the refried beans, I make sure that I soak beans at night, the night before, you know, just kind of all the prep, get the dry beans, the pinto beans that have soaked all night into the crock pot, or I make all the tortilla dough. I prep that during the day, and then when dinner time comes, I will roll them out and cook them and stuff like that. So it's kind of easier for me. That way I'm not literally standing there all day or like, you know, for 2-3 hours making dinner. I can prep, and that really, really helps with time management. But anyway, it's time to move on to my son's room. Now I have not got in here this whole summer, and it really needed some help. So I know I'm running short on time. It is almost time to go pick him up. So I just want to go ahead and get as much done as possible. Now I did have laundry going. I had his bedding going and our clothes and stuff like that. The entire time I am cleaning and doing other projects around the house. Again, that's all part of the work smarter, not harder. You know, that way you're getting multiple things done at a time. So if you're getting up to do something, getting up to clean, make sure you throw a load of laundry in. If you have to, set a timer so that way you know when the laundry is done. I think our normal load takes like 47 minutes. So I will come in and I will tell my I don't want to say her name. What is it? Alexa. I will tell her to set a timer, or sometimes I will set it on my phone as well. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing. If I'm outside or inside too, that makes a big difference. But I will set the timer so that way I can get as much done as I can in that 47 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, I will go take a minute and then switch around the laundry so I don't forget. Because I know with our laundry being out in the garage, I cannot hear when the washer gets done. Like it makes a little doo-doo-doo-doo sound, you know, like a little bell sound or whatever. And so that way I don't forget about it, because your girl will. I will straight forget that laundry is out there. I am not even kidding.
What's the point of anything at all? But let me tell you what, that's just life putting you through the test. Before the dawn, it's always dark. Before the light, there is a tunnel. Before you run, you gotta stumble. Ooh. When you fall in love, but
Usually this again falls into the line of letting our kids pick up after themselves. You know, you live here, you take care of your home, type of thing. But I will say that our son has he needs a little bit more help than the girls do. He is younger. He just turned 10, and he's a little bit more disorganized. I mean, what can I say? So I do try to help him when I can or when I remember. Like I said, though, we kind of just let things go this summer. We just enjoyed time together, and I just didn't get in his room to get it picked up and help him get it clean. So day one, back in school, and he came home to a clean room. So I did go ahead and get his bed all made up. I do want to get rid of the bunk bed, or like that lifted trundle. It's so hard to make the bed, you guys. And I know if it's hard for me, it's got to be hard for him, because he is not as tall as I am. And yeah, so anyway, we're just going to go ahead, finish getting it cleaned up. I am going to go ahead and declutter this shelf, get things put back where they belong. And just kind of, you know, throw away any trash, clean up any messes, get things organized, you know, all the things that moms do that sometimes the kiddos just don't do. I think I shared in my last video, I do have a new series that I'm going to be filming for you guys coming up here in a few weeks. I am so excited for this series. It is basically a 12-week video series getting your home prepped for the holidays. We're going to be working on organizing, deep cleaning, all the things, decorating, gift ideas, all the things, all the spaces. And it's just basically a big prep to get your home ready for the upcoming holidays, for upcoming guests. We're going to be talking holiday food prep, meal ideas, stuff like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends and family about it. I am so incredibly excited for this series coming up. I have been just really prepping for it and getting all ready to get it filmed for you guys. Don't get me wrong, we do have a few weeks before it's coming. And I do have a bunch of videos coming for you guys. Like I said, this week, we do have some snack prepping coming. I will be doing cleaning marathon. You guys will have to let me know too. Are those marathons, do you like cleaning marathons? Do you not? You know, I feel like cleaning marathons are nice for when you need to get stuff around your house, done around your house, put you on the TV, throw it up on the TV, and just kind of clean along together. I don't know. You tell me what kind of things that you like to see. I also have, I know, a grocery haul next week. It's going to be another big one, a big monthly grocery haul. I've already been putting that together as well and trying to get the meal planning done for that. And then we will have some more cleaning, of course. I have some, I have to get the outside stuff done as well. We do have a cold front coming in, and I know, okay, so cold front for Florida is like 70 degrees. You guys, I woke up and it was only like 78 degrees this morning. I'm like, where did the heat go? Don't you worry though. We are back over 100 with the heat index, so it's fine. It didn't go very far, but I know like this weekend it's supposed to only be in the lower 70s for the morning high. I am just not ready for it to get cold. I think it's just a fake out fall though. I don't know, but Anyway, guys, I do have a ton of videos planned out for the rest of the year. Again, I am so excited for them. I cannot wait to share everything that I have planned out for you guys. If there's anything specific that you guys would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Again, I love filming for you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I really just never thought that anybody would watch my videos. So for you guys to watch these videos really just means the world to me. And I just want to make sure that I am creating content that you guys are liking, since, you know, I film this for you guys. I mean, I kind of film it for me too. I really enjoy the editing aspect of filming. But yeah, so I just love sharing everything I can share with you guys. So let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your thoughts. Leave me some comments. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, all the things help my channel so much. But I really appreciate each and every one of you, and yeah, I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe. This is the end. I'm just gonna finish up getting these clothes together, and I will tell you, I was able to get everything hung up, but I was not able to get everything put away because your girl ran out of time before it was time to go pick up the kiddo, and so he was able to put everything away once we got home. But anyway, rambling on. Everyone stay happy, healthy, and safe. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
You should know, you owe me years and years of happy times. You owe me tears and tears, 'cause I'm all out. Yeah, you were the worst kind of pain, but you were the